different alien races, primarily the Greys, but um, this time I'm just like I was watching this video and a dude he was saying how he got like into like Area 51. He goes down this like elevator and he's with the couple like special forces guys from the army. They go down this elevator shaft and it's just a shootout. Like they didn't expect them to be there. Like it was like a weird. So like in the middle of a shootout, the guy gets his like arm blasted off, and then the special forces guy like kind of like saves him and pushes him back in and shoots it up, and he just continues like fighting him. And I go, I don't know. That sounds more of like a storytelling like movie seller to me than a.
That just sounds like complete fiction to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. What do you mean he pushes it back? Like he pushes the dude's arm back in?
No,
like...
no. So he got blasted. Like the guy that's like was talking about it. He's
Anyone
like,
getting blasted sounds like fake to me.
yeah. That. Thank you.
Right.
It was like he said it was like an energy gun, and here I am thinking of like like okay, like a like Star Wars blaster gun. Like what?
That sounds like complete horseshit to me. Like,
Yeah, that's
I don't know.
That's one I watched, and he's done like a bunch of like he's had a bunch of talks about it, and he goes around and tells people his story and stuff, and he's missing like half his arm, and I'm like, I don't know, like
dude,
it's just
he cut his own arm off just
to sell the story.
He's like, dude, I gotta sell this story.
Yeah.
Gotta lose an arm. He just like put it down on the table, starts hacksawing at it.
Yeah, I hope that's the case, but I feel like he was just born like without part of his arm or like lost part of it otherwise.
Right, just had like
either way, I don't have any faith in this guy.
No, no, and he tells like he gets paid to go around and like tell his experience, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't know, that one just seemed a little far fetched. Like 'cause I personally believe in aliens, but like some of the stories that come out, it's like, yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the three of us are in agreement that aliens are a thing.
Since I wasn't in the last one, real quick, I'm 100% sure that there's aliens out there. I don't necessarily think they're super advanced or super like who's bacteria on another planet is a fucking alien race, and with how giant the universe is, I think it's impossible that there's not other life of some kind.
Excellent.
Like maybe not your traditional Greys or little green men or whatever the fucking X-Files shit.
Right,
like
right.
The tall men or whatever, but like,
dude,
there's just no way. Like fucking life finds a way, man. Like
yes, and I fully agree with you on that. I think it's naive to think that there isn't anything else. Like, you know what I mean?
I think that's like a really religiously like founded thing where it's like God made us, so like we're special, and it's just like an ego / like brainwash thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like we're the best. Like there can't be anything but us. Like our own narcissistic values.
God's image, and God made the rest of these animals for us to eat. Like, okay, that's like a very like I don't want to actually think about the nature of existence kind of mindset.
Right, like what we are actually doing, and yeah. No, that's a solid point too. Because I've talked to people and they're like, there's no way aliens exist. We'd know they're here, and I was like, well, what do you consider
have
alien?
We gone out to them?
Yeah.
Right.
What if we are the oldest race? We might be, but like we're not even at that point yet.
Right.
On our own planet, we have evidence that like ancient civilizations were highly advanced, maybe up to our point, maybe beyond, maybe not quite up to it, but they were really advanced and they fell apart. So like, what's to say other alien nations haven't come close and then fell apart? Like,
exactly. That's dude. Like the ancient alien theory, dude. I fully believe some of that. Like
that's another that could have been a thing. What if we're like the remnants of a dead alien race?
Like they left and like
dude,
we're just
Mars is kind of creepy that way because like it kind of like feels out like a planet that was like just ruined at one point. Because like I know I've heard like a lot of shit like about how Mars like used to be able to sustain life and like, that kind of shit. And like used to have rivers and stuff. And like it could be that like maybe like
they're finding more
shittier theory to me is that it's us and we just like fucked that planet up and then just shot off to this planet and like
dude,
we're just gonna do the same. Like
Ashley just told me a theory about that, like that we actually lived there and like we did, you know what I mean? Like some people believe that like we And I go, that would be in it. That's
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
That does.
What we're doing
here.
Yeah, mentally, I can totally see that being the case. Like,
yeah, and then like certain abductee stories, they'll say like how that certain races of aliens just are like irritated with how we treat our planet because it affects the whole universe. And I go, I could totally see that. Like everyone's like, why would they be here? It's like, well, probably because we're like using nukes, killing each other, and they don't want us fucking up the whole universe. Like,
yeah, they don't want us in space at all.
Yeah,
like, I could see that for sure. Like,
and
these guys can't hold down a planet.
Could be
like,
that, or even just like we've gone down that path and it doesn't work. Like,
Dude,
there's a whole bunch of like what ifs and who knows.
Like, right. That's true. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I mean, I've been leaning towards the underwater one lately, like that they can like they might have like certain bases like in the ocean because we can't even search that deep in there. But I don't know. I haven't really researched it or watched anything on it, so.
Yeah, the only thing I know about that is that video you had me watch, like with a bunch of alien races. Like, they like straight out and out were just like, yeah, these are the Atlanteans. They took, and then the guy's just like, not to be confused with the Atlanteans from the city of Atlantis, but aliens that hang out in the city of Atlantis now that it's failed.
Like new wave Atlanteans.
Right, like, what the fuck? Like,
dude, that was hilarious because it's like you're throwing out planets and different places they've lived and all this.
Dude, they
shit.
threw out so many different like just like crazy shit, like the Nazis, and I'm like, wait, what? They're just like, yeah, the Nazis spliced their blood with aliens and made pacts with aliens, and now they live underground.
Right.
So anybody who's like selling tons of random shit like that as if it is all fact, like. I immediately don't believe. I'm like, this is good.
Dude, the way they sold it was that they found a book from Russia that was just a list of like different alien races and how they came about, but like some of the races were just insane. It was like the Wakanda. Like, this isn't real, but afterwards, the name I can't remember. It's like the Wakandians, a black alien race that lives under Africa.
Right. It sounds like they might have just found like a D&D like sci-fi style like the alien race book or something,
and just started going off on it. Yeah. Dude, that's honestly what I think on that one video, Matt. Because oh shit, good attempt. And then yeah, there's so many different theories and stuff coming out on them, and it's still crazy to me. Like, I don't know, like there's a thing on online that I read that like the Pope said there's like a possibility of aliens, and then he like later on went to say that he didn't say that. Like, I was like, what? Like, it's kind of weird. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh well.
I tried to do it, but just like he's like right up my ass. I can't get out of this.
So I watched the video the other day on what was it? So there's this guy that was like, he kind of similar to the other one. He was like in the army, and he's like, yeah, they'd make me like make up excuses of why I'd have to leave, and then I'd go do like my autopsies on aliens in like Nevada and stuff. And he goes, I'm doing all this, and I finally, you know, I got out of it, and then I've been like, you know, leaking information to the public. You know, I think everyone deserves to know what we're actually doing. And he's going on about this, and the interviewer goes, so they told you could tell everyone about this? And he's like, yeah, basically, you know, like, you know, he's going on like it's just casual. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, you're saying like the government said, yeah, it's fine, just go ahead and throw out like documents and shit that we didn't want really posted. Like, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, right. I feel like that guy'd be dead.
Yeah. Oh no,
how
it
that
gets
would end if you just spill him secrets and shit. Like.
and it gets better though. They took him to like what they called like a washroom, like where they kill people in. There's like drains everywhere, and it's like a room or whatever. And he goes in there, and they're like basically like, you know, we're telling them basically, you know, you've done this, this, and this, you know, and then he's like, no, I haven't. They go, you breached your contract, you know, and this is what happens when you breach your contract with us. And he's like, no, I haven't breached it actually. And they were like reading through his contract. They left the room, came back, and they're like, well, we are sorry. There must have been a mix-up. We're gonna send you back home. And I was like, man. And the guy was like crying as he's telling this part of the story. He's like, I don't know if he's just trying to sell it, like if it I mean, we'll never
For
know.
Sure, just trying to sell it,
I
like,
think so.
Yeah.
With the tears and stuff, like it was traumatizing for him. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I don't know. It looked like he was trying to sell it pretty hard, but I would be like I think it'd be pretty intense, like to see like an actual like UFO or something of that sort. I think I'd be pretty stoked. I just don't know if I would be like, if I would like lock up, like be like freaked out, or you know what I mean, or just be like, oh, this is something different. We'll see what this is about.
I mean, it just depends. Like, how far away is it? What do they look like? Where are they coming out?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
a lot of variables.
Are they attacking? Like.
Right. Yeah. Is it just like? Yeah. Is it just like they flew by and I'm like just got a glimpse of it and I'm like, oh, maybe maybe that's what it was. Because even.
And then 3 years later, you die of cancer.
Yeah. Just. And dude, a lot of abductee people have had like huge cases of nuclear reaction to being around their ships and stuff, and they'll have like feel like sick and puking their guts out for like a week and shit. That it's like a pretty common part of the experience, I guess. And it's like, man, that sounds shitty. That sounds shitty though.
Nope. Fuck you, guy.
Just ran right by the killer, like, multiple times. This killer was really bad. He was really fucking bad.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I think you just ended up slipping up early on, like.
Yeah, because this dude really was bad. When he was chasing me, I literally stopped in the dark area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walked, and then he like should have seen me crouch down there. I was like, oh, he got me. But I just dedicated. I was like, fuck it. And like,
I had at least 2 cases of that shit.
Past me. Like, I was like, oh, you didn't see me. Okay. Sure.
I think I just got caught too early to really test
like a
them.
2K. I think it was bad luck on that one.
Yeah. I did that earlier and then I fucked up because he hit me and I went out the door and then literally just turned on the door. He walked by me, he looked around, and I was like, you know what, screwed, I'm gonna bolt. As I start running, he hits me. I was like, ah, shit.
I got a depth mag.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Good old Meg.
Are there like weird stories or anything?
Yeah, do you have any other bullshit that we can disprove?
Disprove? Oh, I don't know. I just think it's gonna be interesting, like, if they ever are just like open about things, like, yeah, no, we definitely have had alien contacts, or you know what I mean, like the possibility of finally being like open on it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'd like to see like whatever if they have any thing that they're willing to share at any point. That'd be great.
Right.
Right. Yeah, I will admit that Area 51 is kind of like a cool, like it's always got my imagination riled. Like,
yeah,
it's just like, why there's a base there.
Right.
You know,
Like,
whether it be aliens or just like
just
government weapons testing or some shit, you know.
Right. I would love to get the chance to go there, but it's like, man, it's, yeah. you gotta be like a top dog or have a huge security clearance.
You gotta be a junkyard dog for that, dude.
Yeah.
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 Dude, Michael, this is your calling, dude. You need to become a top dog, and then you can just spill all the secrets.
Dude,
Yeah, dude.
here I am just trying to smoke pot on the regular, and now you want me to become a top dog on the trying to dodge that UA.
Top dog.
Dude, once you're the top dog, though, you don't even have to worry about it. Like,
yeah,
that's a fair
top
point.
dog.
I'd be the junkyard dog for life.
You are.
You've always been the junkyard dog.
You'll always be the junkyard dog to me.
Old junkyard. Yeah.
Yep. That's what we call you.
Yeah, I need to look into the water theory. Like some people like think Atlantis is actually like like a city of like an alien species that lives in the ocean. Like they have bases there and stuff. I was like, man, that's interesting, but the ocean's like not very well explored, so it's kind of interesting. But that wouldn't really make an alien though.
This isn't necessarily alien related, but there's this asshole who writes books about how there's like a tribe of like psychic like the reason we've never found Bigfoot is psychic, and he like has met with them and like yeah, he's like written multiple books about telekinetics Bigfoot society that lives like right here amongst us in the woods of like the Pacific Northwest and I think the rest of the world honestly, and they just like make themselves invisible and are like hyper advanced like creatures and shit, and I'm just like, I don't know, man, like what the fuck.
Damn, that's
I think they
deep.
might be aliens. I don't remember if he says that they come from Earth or not, but
damn.
Yeah, I don't remember the dude's name, but like it's really easy to find the shit. And I was like half tempted to like buy the book just to like read this nonsense.
Right. See what the hell.
Yeah, he's written like 4 or 5 of them.
Holy shit.
Just about like living amongst the psychic fucking Bigfoot society.
Bigfoot, yeah.
Yeah. God, are you looking it up or?
I'm looking it up.
No, that's just insane.
Okay.
So So is it that he thinks that?
Oh, dude, the
Bigfoot
psychic Sasquatch and the UFO connection. No, that there's a race of them and they're all psychic.
Oh.
Yeah, the Sasquatch and their UFO connection by Jack Kiwani Lapsuritis, and he does not conventions, but like he does like meetings where he like talks about it and like people go and shit.
Shit.
Very niche. Very niche.
Yeah. He's found his piece and just stuck with it.
It honestly just sounds like he's a dude who lives in the woods and likes to trip balls.
I think that's actually sounds more like it.
Oh,
yeah, I think I would freak out if I was tripping balls like in the woods like by myself. Like
if I was alone. I feel like
God damn, it's the trapper again. This hit me.
Dude.
This might really fuck me over.
Yeah, I think I would like have like a freak out, like oh shit.
Why just get me fucked?
Dude, that's it.
It all just depends. Like with hallucinogens, you gotta just be on your A game and just not freak yourself out. But like, it's really easy to freak yourself out. So.
Right. Just, like thinking about shit like this and then popping it.
You can, like, it's like you're walking on like not like a tightrope, but like still a pretty narrow passage, and it's easy enough not to fall off. But if you start to, you're gone.
Damn. Dude, I'm gonna have to try it one of these days. Oh, hell.
I'll try it with you, Michael.
Let's do it. I'm down.
And by that I mean like if you know somebody.
Oh god, I got hit and then into the trap. I failed you, Matt. I failed you. No, I'd be down. I think that'd be fun. I want to try the peyote.
I want to try it all.
Ah, shit, they took me away. Dude, and then the Air Force has had multiple like sightings and like data of like seeing like UFOs appear and I'm just it all just kind of like just gets kind of thrown under the radar though. It's like, that's neat. And then they're like, that's cute. We don't care though. Like,
yeah, I do like to watch those like dumb UFO shows. Like a lot of them are just like, I do enjoy watching.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I like listening to like stories and stuff. Really bullshit. So, like,
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. It, like, yeah, a lot of it can get, some of it can be like interesting, and then sometimes I get to a point where it's just like, you're kind of bending my willingness to.
Dude, it's that book, like that dude was just rattling off UFO shit out of. I was just like, dude, what? Like,
Right.
come the fuck on with this shit, dude. Like 95% of the aliens, like, kept just like they're invisible, they're telepathic. Like,
yeah.
Like just 95% of them. And then this one, he's just like trying to get weirdly spooky with it. He's just like, yeah, have you ever felt? He's like, they're invisible, but our human anatomy can feel uneasy around them. Have you ever felt like you're being watched? That's them. And it's just like, oh my god, okay. Like,
Dude, that's kind of. And I'm like, what if it's like. It's like if they're invisible, can you like hit them, or you know what I mean? Like if I just started swinging around, like.
Oh yeah, invisible
walk. Like yeah, you'd be able to walk into them. You'd assume like invisible aliens, like it's not. Yeah.
Or they just don't know, and so they would call them invisible, and they might be intangible. Tangible would be weird because then you're just like, for sure, like that.
Oh yeah.
But the description for the psychic Sasquatch for this book: the result of 40 years of documented research on the Sasquatch, a factual account of scientists' astounding journey, finally revealing answers to the most perplexing unsolved mystery in modern times. In the summer of 1977, an elderly lady sat quietly reading a book on the porch of her cottage in a densely wooded area in northern Wisconsin. Suddenly, an invisible force sent the book out of her hands onto the fourth floor. She heard someone laughing. At the edge of the forest stood the form of a huge ape-like creature with dark auburn hair all over its body. This credible lady continued... Wow, describing her as credible in the description is fucking hilarious. This credible lady continued
Michael,
to have telepathic...
disconnected.
I just got killed. Did it say I disconnected?
That's not what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it says disconnected on my side too.
What the hell?
This credible lady continued to have telepathic conversations with a man creature for 4 consecutive summers and came to know him as Sasquatch. Is this a rare and unusual event? Not at all. Jack Kiwani Lapseritis has devoted his life to this research, conducting countless interviews and spending weeks alone in the forest, quietly trying to communicate with them rather than hunt them. The psychic Sasquatch provides us with revelations about these gentle creatures and the astonishing truth about their connection with extraterrestrials and why they cannot be found. Jesus. I think it's about them living in another dimension on top of our own, and they can like work between it.
Oh.
Like it's straight nuts bullshit.
Dude, that's pretty like mind fucking, yeah. Like that, yeah. I'm gonna have to read in that because that sounds, yeah, that sounds pretty deep for even me.
Man.
I'm gonna take a quick smoke break here while I'm dead, and then yeah, maybe we'll get into some ghost talk too. Yeah, I kind of had the